The music streaming service Spotify has signed a long-term deal with the world's biggest record label, Universal Music Group. Now, under the new deal, Spotify, unlike its industry rivals, will get first dibs on music from some of the world's most popular artists. Adefemi Akinsanya explains.
Despite its 100 million users and 50 million paid subscribers, Spotify loses money. To nudge its free users to pay up, the streaming company has joined forces with Universal Music Group. That means music from artists on Universal's vast roster, such as Lady Gaga and Kendrick Lamar, will now be available exclusively on Spotify's premium tier for 2 weeks. Spotify free users will have to wait, and so will other streaming companies. But the demand for exclusive content doesn't always result in money being made. When Kanye West released his Life of Pablo album exclusively on Jay-Z's Tidal last year, sure, subscriptions skyrocketed, but the album was pirated 500,000 times within a day of its release. 9 years since launching, Spotify is rumored to be interested in going public. After rattling the traditional music industry with its so-called freemium business model for the sake of money, it looks like Spotify has changed its tune. Adefemi Akinsanya, TRT World.
Well, for more on money and music, who better to go to than Kurt Dahl, an entertainment lawyer and a drummer for a rock band called One Bad Son. He joins us now live from Canada. Kurt, thanks for joining us once again on Money Talks. Let me ask you, from a consumer's point of view, what can they now do that they couldn't do before? And is it a good deal for them?
You know, I guess that's the sort of the big question since Spotify launched. Is it good for artists or is it bad? And it's really the billion-dollar question in the music biz because so much is riding on this. I don't think this deal answers that question. I mean, it only deals with universal artists right now, but I think it's a step towards getting more subscribers to pay for their content.
And what about that point that Femi raised there in her report where she said that Kanye, for example, released something exclusively on Tidal and then it was attacked by people using BitTorrent and other sites to pirate it. Is that a vulnerability here?
Yeah, well, that's part of the issue, Matt. You know, the industry is changing so much. Even a year ago, you know, if someone wanted to find an album that wasn't available on the Spotify free, they could go buy the CD or download it on iTunes. But these days, I mean, CD stores keep closing. Fewer and fewer young listeners download through iTunes. So the worry is if they can't find it on the free Spotify, they're going to find it elsewhere illegally.
Tell me, what do you think stops Universal and others from just creating their own streaming service? Why do they even have to go to Spotify and others?
You know, that's a great question. I mean, Spotify just does it right for whatever reason. They got in first, and now they've got the critical mass. Although you see companies, you know, Apple Music and Tidal are their big competitors. But I guess to answer your question, Matt, I think the labels would do it themselves if they could. But I think that the genie's out of the bottle on that one.
Kurt, you've given us the benefit of your legal expertise. I just want to hear a sample of your music for your musical expertise, and then I'll ask you a question. Kurt, that's quite good. It's better than I expected from a lawyer, you know. I want to ask you, as a musician, have you used Spotify to distribute your music? Would you, or what would you use?
Yeah, no, our band is on Spotify, and honestly, you know, in the last 3 years, we've probably made, you know, $40 or $50. So we make more by selling one T-shirt than we do being on Spotify. So
Kurt, don't give up your day job as a lawyer then, I guess. No matter how much we like your music here. Anyway, thanks so much. Take care, Kurt. Good evening.